Kagurabachi, chapter 94.
The second era, as opposed to the first.
What you've told us, in order to transport something to the warehouse, you have to register it by channeling spirit energy into it. Proceed! Channeling spirit energy into it alone isn't enough. To activate Shinichi's power, you need a strong desire to proceed, which means by channeling spirit energy into it beforehand, I'm gonna use it! It should be possible to activate its powers while the Shinichi's here at Kabunabi headquarters. That's how it's done? Right. And there's a price. The sword master quickly worms his way into you, hijacking you from within. Pause.
I'm in danger!
The activator then loses their sense of self. It's a double-edged sword with the razor-sharp edge. But just in case, we investigated the blade. We confirmed it hadn't been charged with anyone's spirit energy. After that, we resealed the Shinichi.
Also, that sentence, we confirmed it hadn't been charged with anyone's spirit energy. Were you struggling with that sentence? Which is why.
Like last time, it was me, Kansen, and Yatsuru.
Yasuru.
Suru! Who did it. Apart from Hiyuki and Tafuku, ever since the Rakuzachi, only the three of us have come in contact with it. They're the three sorcerers we saw wearing white robes.
Yatsuru's pretty.
Shy. The one in the middle was the Kabunabi's leader. On both sides were his assistants. Is there a picture or something? He's like one in the middle. Like, is he like...
That is true!
But Mr. Kudo said...
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people.
If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself.
Physically, I'm a bit younger than the others. Apart from the innate sorcery I was born with, things like barriers and sealing spells are the realms of scholars. That's what Mr. Kudo said. He said that Masumi had memorized all those books in the library on level 2. Those three in their white robes have about twice that much in their heads. That's an exaggeration. Unreal. My worry is that one of the three of us could be colluding with the Ishaku. Oh, wait, so there's still a traitor among us? A zombie, is it?
Something was wrong with him.
One of the white robes could have altered the Shinichi's seal, weakening it in the midst of the chaos, for example. I've known them both for many years. I need to prove to myself that my suspicions are unfounded. He is a traitor, isn't he? Kasen, Ichiki, seal is intact. Was I overthinking it? Hokuri Sazanami made it. As planned, we will now transport the Shinichi to the warehouse where nobody can get. No. You motherfucker! God freaking dang it. Everybody don't trust bald suckers. What?
He's not even bald. Yeah, he's not even bald. He has so much hair.
No, the build is over. Oh.
Oh.
Bro, what? I thought this guy Yura was supposed to be goated. They're both going full throttle with their sorcery. They want to kill us as quickly as possible. Uraha, the trump card Sumura left behind. Neither of them is giving up the ghost easily. We can't discount the outcome in Kyoto. Akuto, fun and games are over. So be it.
What? His movement is suddenly... His strength also suddenly skyrocketed.
But the seal was intact. How? It's pouring out from within the seal? Impossible. In other words, it was compromised before the seal? How could I have overlooked that? The point of the Rakuzachi was to find out who had command of the Shinichi, and whether or not we could seize temporary control. And what we learned was the wielder needed astronomical mental fortitude on par with Kyoryu Sazanami to battle with it, even for just a moment.
Man was literally sliced in half and he was still freaking...
Proceed! But Kyoryu Sazanami also proved that it's worth attempting with a level of unparalleled determination. Malediction.
Oh no.
With this power, we will overthrow you. Now, granted, I'm also seeing, like, I don't know if that's like speed lines or if those are like feathers, because if it's feathers, wouldn't that be like a hint towards...
Oh yeah!
Is he finally coming? Okay, he's not even touching the sword.
What?
He's not even touching the sword, and he can actually use it from afar. He's using it remotely. My boy Samura back on the scene. You gonna stop this man?
With sight.
With sight. You gonna stop this man easy. So why is the head guy be a traitor? Of Kabanami?
I don't think he's a traitor though. I think he saw what was happening. The fact that Yura was able to connect with the Shinuchi, and he saw that like the spirit energy was coming from the sword. So that's probably why he's like, yeah, about that plan. I don't think we can do that plan anymore.
I mean, 'cause the way they explained it when it comes to the sword, ultimately, is that, you know, Yura already put a spirit energy into it prior to this whole situation. So no matter what they did, he would always still have access to it to be able to actually start activating it at any point in time. Again, the fact that they can do this in a remote phase and not even have to touch this thing is quite interesting. So, which also makes me wonder, because if, let's say, he is using the abilities from the sword that we're seeing here, like, does this affect him the same way that it affected Kiora? Like, they were talking about the risk and the benefits with it. So I wonder about that.
It depends, because with Kiora, I think Kiora was only like partially taken over, but really not, because he didn't unsheath the entire sword. He only unsheathed like, I think like an inch or something like that. Like they said the tip, which I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. Stop it. That makes no sense because that's not the tip of the sword, but whatever. While in this case the sword is not unsheathed, but he's still able to use the abilities. But I think that's also because we saw the Shinichi's sword bearer, we saw him like say, I think he said malediction.
Yeah.
But I am curious to see like what extent he can use the Shinuchi, because like he's using centipede right now. I don't know, like, because, like, are the sword's abilities, like, are they, like, ranked in terms of, like, you know, like, strongest move, like, maybe, like, medium attack move, and then, like,
I don't think so. I mean, because we gotta look at, like, how other people use their swords, right? I mean, I wouldn't say one attack is necessarily lower than the other, per se, right? They just have different sets of abilities and things that they can do, so, I mean.
Because, like, if he can use centipede, that means he could possibly use the other movesets too.
Yeah, I'm assuming anyways.
Would be bad. So I don't know.
This is a very interesting situation that they're in right now, and I mean also big ups on Uraha here. I didn't expect this man to be this good, but like again, he's that guy. Like, I appreciate the fact that they told us about him, right, and saying how great of a swordsman he actually is, but to actually see it. Yeah. And for him to actually overpower Yura, and Yura's like, all right, I can't fight through this. It's not working out, so I have to go into the last step here and just use his goddamn ability. So, I mean, big ups on Uraha, right? All right, they highlighted this man and showed us that he's actually the GOAT.
But yeah, I think now, like, another reason why he said that, that Hakuri couldn't put it in the storehouse is, remember, Hakuri has to register an item to put it into the storehouse, which means putting his spirit energy into it. I think because, well, no, I can't even say that. Because Yura did it before the Rakuzachi. Mm-hmm. And Kiora was still able to use it and put it into the storehouse because he put his...
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you still put energy into it, which, again, puts the risk of even messing with it in a different... Because, like, if they can be activated at a remote point, and let's say Yura is using it currently at the time... Let's say he does touch it and puts his like energy into it. Like, would that actually impact Hakuri in any way?
Probably.
I'm wondering if that's what's going to end up happening. Like, he actually shouldn't do this. Yeah. Because getting in contact with it can actually still hurt him regardless. And he doesn't have the same type of mental fortitude like his father does. He will die instantly if that happens. So actually, I don't want my boy Hakuri to touch this.
He's not even at 100% right now.
No.
So like.
He's gonna try it though. This is actually very concerning. Now I'm thinking about it.
I don't think they're gonna let him though.
But that's the plan though.
I understand that's the plan, but they're probably gonna have to come up with a new plan. Not probably. They're going to have to come up with a new plan because that plan's out the window. Like, Yura's freaking energy is freaking seeping out through the seal. So.
But I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are when it comes to Kagurabachi, please. Please, in the comment section below before we even do that. And
yeah, I was just about to say, I'm like, kind of jumping the gun.
What is your rating for this week's chapter of Kagurabachi?
Between like a 7.5 and an 8.
I give it an 8. It was actually a pretty exciting chapter
Yeah,
because
I'll
of
go-
like
oh,
how
yeah.
dangerous this whole situation has become all of a sudden. Because it was like funny because the freaking Takatoad dude was like, "Ah, yes, I'm here. We're doing a battle, yeah," and you know all that freaking bullcrap, and he got all these new characters. But now
Oh my
things are picking back up again. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is the Kagurabachi that I like. All right, so 8 out of 10 for me. All right, you said at 7.5, 8 out
I'll
of
give
10.
it. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.
And there it is. But
It was
what-
that ending part that I think boosted it to an 8. Honestly.
But again, comments below, like the video, and subscribe to the goddamn channel so you can get more Kagurabachi and get bachi in your face by the Thabreakmaster, alright? And then, you know, you can get Kaguraed by Anna. I don't know what that means, but just watch out, okay?
You will not be Kaguraed by me.
And subscribe to the channel. I already said that already, I think. Look,
We're both tired.
we're getting out of here, alright? Until then, people, break up on Has 2 phones, one for the hoes and one for the... There is no hose. There is no hose in Bossing's. Hey!